You recently visited the Creationist Museum.
Yes.
This week, Bill Nye, the science guy, engaged in a debate with Ken Ham, who I believe I once did a prank phone call. No, prank phone call is the right word. From Answers in Genesis. He's the guy who is like the executive director of. He's sort of like the mini god of the Creationist Museum. I did not watch the debate.
He's God's co-pilot, so to speak.
I did not watch the debate. Did you watch the debate?
I didn't. To be honest with you, I couldn't bring myself to do it because it's just. I mean, I feel like why don't I stand up on a stage and debate slavery with somebody?
Right.
Or stand up on a stage and debate, well, as you brought up earlier, whether the Holocaust happened.
Right.
I just think
Gravity.
when you're bothering to argue with, giving somebody a platform to argue something that is completely outrageous and stupid, then the whole thing got a lot of press, and my guess is it helped Ken Ham.
Now, Cliff, you say it's outrageous, but that's because you're a card-carrying, liberal, commie, atheist who wants to attack religion. You want to de-Christianify the country and shove your evolutionary theories down people's throats. Well, that's to be expected. That's to be expected. However, you are not alone.
Yes.
You actually have a strange bedfellow. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the lunatic fringe, Pat Robertson, saying that those who do not believe in evolution and abide by creationism are the lunatic fringe.
Let's face it, there was a bishop in the Middle Ages there, 1800 something, who added up the dates listed in Genesis, and he came up with the world had been around for 6,000 years. There ain't no way that's possible. Anybody that's in the oil business knows that he's drilling down. He drilled down 2 miles, 3 miles, 4 miles underground. You're coming into all these layers that were laid down by the dinosaurs. And we have skeletons of dinosaurs that go back about 65 million years. And to say that it all came about in 6,000 years is just nonsense. And I think the time we come off of that stuff and say this isn't possible. So there was a Big Bang. So that doesn't mean it came spontaneously. Nobody knows what caused the Big Bang, but I say God did it. God's in charge of all this. God's in control, and he is the author of all life. But we've got to be realistic that the dating of Bishop Ussher just doesn't comport with anything that is found in science. And you can't just totally deny the geological formations that are out there, the rock formations and all the things that go all over the world, especially the bones. And we have found a Pterosaurus rex out there in Oregon or someplace, a full skeleton. And that baby was laid down about 65 million years ago. So let's be real. Let's not make a joke of ourselves. But I don't believe in so-called evolution as it is currently presented as non-theistic. I believe that God started it all, and he's in charge of all of it. But the fact that you have progressive evolution under his control, that doesn't hurt my faith at all. But this thing, we just can't be playing this Ussher. Bishop Ussher, God bless him, rest his soul in peace. He was just off.
It is so important that we not in any way jeopardize my stock portfolio that is heavily invested in oil. I cannot keep going back to Liberia and getting slave labor to get me diamonds. I can't do that. This is the guy who says that the presence of gay people creates hurricanes, I think he said.
He thinks hurricanes have a... Basically, this is somebody who thinks hurricanes have a gaydar. And and he thinks you're crazy. What does that tell you?
I
being
can't
Ken Ham.
possibly rely on Charles Taylor anymore. Let's just focus on what is true, that you can catch gayness by meeting a lesbian. Let's
Can't round up
Although
those children workers no more.
Yes, please. And you know what I really liked? I missed this the first time I heard this. He's talking about this bishop from what did you say? The Middle Ages, 1800s. Like this guy's like going on like, I mean,
back in the dark ages of 1927.
I mean,
During the Renaissance period in 1940.
There are times I just
gotta
love
be
him.
real here.
Could someone please check and see, like, how crazy have I been this month? Because I feel like I'm going to dial it back. I don't even know. Middle Ages, Dark Ages, it's all 1800s to me. But if coming out and saying that my oils, my deep oil exploration will not be threatened, those funds, then yeah, I'll say it. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Wasn't that bishop Catholic anyways or something? I don't know. When Pat Robertson is saying that you've got a problem, folks.
That is right. But in Pat Robertson's defense, it seems, he's been out there. He's a little more worldly than Ken Ham. I mean, as you pointed out during your awesome spectacle of an impersonation there, unless that really was Pat Robertson, you can sometimes come across dinosaur bones when you're, let's say, digging for blood diamonds in Africa.
Yeah, there you go.
So, he's had that experience, I'm sure. He's come across that. And Ken Ham is doing no such thing. He's trying to build Noah the Ark entertainment rides.
I said, by God, that is a dinosaur bone.
And
Praise be to Jesus.
If that dinosaur is 65 million years old, I can only imagine the money I will get for donating it to a museum. I can't do the math, but I am quite convinced it's much more valuable than a 6,000-year-old dinosaur bone.
I just think you have to talk like that all day. I want you to go home to your kid and talk like that.
I did.
Maybe when he wakes up in the middle of the night next time and blows a diaper up, you could talk to him like that.
Saul, you have clearly not evolved into sleeping. It's just so disturbing to see him, say anything that makes any sense. Your husband, you should bow down to your husband when he slaps you. It's a blessing from God. But don't forget, evolution is real.
You realize if you keep doing that, I'm going to have to start doing my Ross Perot in response.
Oh, Lord.
Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Are you crazy?
People with AIDS will try to infect you with their gay rings.
You see the...
Oh, there, them.
We got to stop embarrassing ourselves here. The next time you're trying to avoid a gay man giving you AIDS through his finger, remember evolution's a fact.
Evolution gave the gay people the ability to have rays that come out of their eyes and turn you gay.
Now there
if
you see.
You are in the same...
Hold on there a second. Them there bones are 6 million years old.
People lie.
All right. Well, we could do this all day. We probably will.
Them bones lying around, they're like NAFTA. Them bones like NAFTA. They suck them down. They suck the job down.